Hey guys, John here. So just to give you a little primer for this webinar that you're about to see, this is a buddy of mine, Carlos Cruz, and he's been an affiliate for over 10 years. He's had many months where he's made over $100,000 in a single month through affiliate marketing, and he's had consistent success in this space. He's done amazing things, and just to kind of as a precursor to watching this webinar, this is the sort of person you want to learn from. This is the sort of person where he's been continually doing this and he knows the tactics. He's had consistent success, and people like that are very rare to even share campaigns. But his methodology, what he's going to go over in this webinar, is his methodology for how he launches ads, how he picks verticals, how he optimizes them, and his methodology to optimization and split testing, and just how he thinks. And during this webinar, I'm going to be asking him a lot of questions, and he's also going to be breaking down an entire campaign that he runs, white hat on Facebook, meaning everything he does is compliance. He's not doing anything against, he's working with Facebook platform. And in this webinar, you'll see how he uses video in Facebook ads to make a lot of money, how he doesn't even use advertorials. So what I tell most people to do is advertorials, but he's been able to make advertising work with traditional landing pages, which I think is great. And he's done the whole 9 yards from living in the Hollywood Hills in a $35,000 a month house to just the whole gambit. He's been doing this since I think he was 19, and English isn't even his first language. He's from Guatemala originally, and affiliate marketing, funnily enough, isn't even his main business. He just does this. He doesn't want to talk about his main business, but he just does this now just to keep his skills sharp. And it's not hard for him. It's not difficult for him. And understanding his process, which I'm going to go over in this webinar, is going to be just fabulous for you to reach that same level of affiliate marketing. Now, I tried the best I can to get that information out of him, but you just watch and wait and see how he breaks down his campaign. He's promoting flashlights, weird niche, and he's been making up to $1,200 per day in profit from promoting flashlights. So really interesting stuff. I'm excited to show this to you. Make sure you check out his ads. Make sure you really watch this closely, because you'll see how he does things. Also, there's a question and answer session at the end, which is, honestly, it's fantastic. I was amazed at, first of all, the quality of questions that people asked, as well as the just these are the same questions that you might be asking yourself. So really pay attention to that part closely, because it's important to understand where else people get hung up and kind of the ins and outs of everything that's going on. So stay tuned. You're in for a treat. And let me know, comment below to let me know what you think about everything that goes on here.
You really have to look for it. You have to pause and really look at the differences. And that's kind of what this webinar is about. It's just the subtleties of optimizing. So let me show you this.
So is this the landing page you're
using? This is the landing page.
And just to be clear, so this is you're promoting this sort of flashlight.
Yeah.
On it's not a product you own or
it's
anything.
Not a product
it's just pure affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
And you basically created this landing page, this story to you. When people clicked on your ad in Facebook, people went to this page.
Yeah. So the gist of it was, I started this campaign. I heard flashlights were doing well, and I don't spend a lot of time on affiliate campaigns anymore, but you know, like I wanted to test it out because I heard really good things, and that's how I heard of it first.
So how did you hear of it? So like just kind of break me down, like how do you decide what products to launch and what products not to launch? Because you don't always advertise.
Yeah, so in this case, actually, it was Carlos Valiente. He was the one that was like, "Oh, I know this guy. I heard. I don't even know if he knows, but he was like, I heard this guy is making $10,000 a day on the flashlight."
Yep.
And I was like, cool. And I actually had seen the ads before, and I was like, oh, that looks like a cool flashlight. I never even thought it was an affiliate. It was just like, thought it was like a single person, you know, like a company doing their own marketing.
So it tricked you.
It didn't. Yeah, I mean, like I noticed it. I noticed it. You know, but I obviously I don't know. I never really.
So basically, you were tricked at one point by an ad promoting flashlight, and then you also heard from somebody who was a very successful affiliate. That they said this is a great one to focus on. You said this has a lot. And did you also like the fact that it was kind of unknown, or like because you like Facebook advertising, so you look for white hat verticals?
Yeah,
right?
I mean, what I liked about it was that it was a physical product. So it, you know, whenever it's a physical product, most of the time it's going to be that, you know, like it's a white hat. Basically, that's why I liked it. It was a white hat product that I could advertise on Facebook without running into any issues. And, you know, like I heard somebody making money with it, and I just decided to give it a try.
Cool.
And so going into like how I got started, the first thing I did, and this is just from years of experience, is I stopped trying to come up with my own copy from scratch. Because, you know, you're going to spend, especially if you're just starting out, like you want to pick somebody's template. So I'd seen this template a lot. Not the template, actually, I'd seen the copy a lot. And
this page?
And
are you talking about this?
I'm talking about the copy, yeah, but the actual layout is completely different. Like nobody uses this layout.
Yeah.
This is one of the reasons why I was kind of like hesitant to share it.
It's like, I mean, this looks very. Yeah, it's not a typical advertorial.
Yeah, it's not an advertorial, and you know,
it's like big headline, a sub headline, the image. It's not a typical advertorial. But you're saying this worked?
Oh yeah, it actually would consistently. So
Wow.
I'll go into it, but like it would consistently beat any advertorial that I tested. So
that's awesome.
So yeah, this is the kind of pages that I started doing, and again, that's kind of why I was hesitant, because this is like the next thing that, in my humble opinion, this is like the next thing from advertorials, because I knew that people were running flashlight pretty aggressively. I kind of got into it late, and what I decided to do was mix it up and not do the exact same layout. But the copy was the way I started was with the copy. So I just grabbed pieces of it and was like, okay, let's put the headline here, let's put a couple paragraphs here, you know, a couple here, and just basically tossed it into this different layout.
This looks like an easy, like you could get this layout from a WordPress template or anything.
Yeah, they're super easy to.
You got this from a template, right?
Yeah.
That's
it's
awesome.
Actually we've used it for other really successful campaigns. So that's where I just grabbed it and modified it.
Cool. So walk us through show us what are the ads, or by the way, guys, is this cool so far? Let me know in the comments if this is helpful so far, and if this is interesting. Just write, you know, this is awesome, or I like this format. You know, just write in the comments, you know, what your thought are, if this works out, because we're just kind of going through the campaign. It's not ridiculously structured, but we're walking through things. Okay, cool.
So This is actually the very first version I tested.
Oh.
And I'll show you like the optimizations, a few of them. I mean, I did a lot of optimizing, and the reason why I kept trying was because I was kind of breaking even at the beginning. So I saw like light at the end.
How much
of the
were you
tunnel.
spending a day when you were breaking even?
So I'm actually a big fan. I get kind of like flabbergasted when people are spending on non-profitable campaigns more than, let's say, like $200. To me, it's kind of crazy.
$200 a day.
Yeah, like
even if you're experienced, right?
Yeah, like I just whenever a campaign is working, you don't need to, like you'll spend $100 and you'll make $300 or $400, but if you spend $100 and you're not getting anything, or you're making 50, there's no need to ramp up, like it's not, and some people will say it's because I'm gathering data, but to me it's more like an issue where like don't lose money, and like you need to fix your lander. It's a creative problem. Like the issue is that your ads are not good enough. Your landing pages are not good enough. It's a creativity problem. So you need to address that, and then once you're profitable with $100, now you can look into ramping up. But don't spend $500 when you're not making any profit. Yeah. So this was the first version.
Let's see this. Let's see the second version, but also let's see some of the ads. What are some of the first versions of the ads you ran?
So the first.
Were you advertising that in Thailand?
Yeah.
No way.
Eventually, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So another thing that I did was.
Is this one of your first ads?
Yeah, this is one of the first ads.
Oh,
and like again, one of the first things that I realized was that the U.S. is super saturated because I did I did several tests, small tests in the U.S., in Canada, in the U.K., in Australia, and that's how you want to start. You want to assume nothing. So if you would think, it's an American product, it's just going to do better in America. But the best philosophy when you're starting out is don't assume anything. Even if something similar has worked, in the past, just assume nothing and lay out the test, because sometimes it's easy to just take like mental shortcuts, and you'll be like, let's not test Australia. That didn't work for another campaign. So
even though Carlos, you had heard from the other Carlos that he was advertising in the U.S. He was advertising flashlights in the U.S.
Somebody he knew was
or whatever. Yeah, you said you chose flashlights, but you didn't. Even though he was making tens of thousands of dollars a day advertising flashlights in the U.S., you said, I'm gonna test out this niche, but I'm not gonna focus on the U.S.
No, my first thought was probably U.S. will be good, but let me test it. And
So I see where you're getting at. Okay.
So I set up the test not just for the U.S. but separated it by country. And Facebook is good to do that, and Google AdWords it's not. But so I separated it by country, and the U.S. just did nothing. Like I was I was just blowing through money, and that's what happens a lot of times when you like deal with really saturated products. The U.S. is the easiest. Well, it's usually the most profitable market when you're coming in and you're setting up, like you're kind of breaking grounds on a new affiliate product. But once, if you come in late, like I did for this specific offer, then it's good to expand. I mean, there's tons of traffic. And I mean, just to give you an example, we had our own offer, and at one point, all we did, we had our fulfillment center in the UK, and we were making about $100,000 a week just just from the UK, and that's like a small country, you know. So don't
That's
be
awesome.
yeah, like a lot. And I used to do that. I used to be like, no, US only. I only want to be US.
Yeah.
But it's actually a huge mistake because the costs are so much lower. So once you have a campaign, I mean, if a campaign is international, don't be afraid to test it. You know,
Americans are scared of advertising anymore.
Yeah,
they're scared
like,
just to go out of the country. You know why?
Americans have, you know, like we like people that live here have seen so many ads that we're actually like kind of desensitized to it. So it's harder. It can be harder, and again, like it can be insanely profitable. But if you know, like you want to assume nothing and lay the test. Let the data speak to you.
So to clarify, you advertise. So you chose the product, you heard it was working, and then you advertised it in a couple different countries, and so you found out U.S. wasn't the good place to make this work. Now, by the way, I love this ad. Great Shopping Club.
Yeah, that's the
Looks
website.
great.
That's your page.
Yeah.
Great Shopping. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
So this was actually
And you're using a copy in there. What does that say? Set for
the
people who have
reasons
small.
why you should carry a tactical flashlight for self-defense. But actually, this ad didn't do well.
Okay.
This is an example. Like if you look at the and
Why didn't this ad do well?
so
This is a mobile ad, or was that a desktop?
it's desktop newsfeed and mobile
Okay.
newsfeed.
Okay, and why didn't this ad do one? That's a horrible click-through rate.
Yeah, so this is my point. Like for anybody that's interested in advertising in Facebook,
Don't copy that ad.
it's not gonna work. It's a shitty
Don't
ad.
copy
anyway.
that ad.
It's a shitty ad, but it was one of our tests.
Mhm.
And we wanted to really feature the product, and you know, like I'll go into that later, like how to make a great ad and how to take a shitty ad and make it into something amazing. Which you know, I'll show you the other ads, but just kind of like finishing this point here, like the CTR is a huge. Actually, when I launched flashlights, I launched flashlights and solar energy. Like I launched.
So you tested two different.
I tested two different campaigns.
Why? And how'd you decide on solar?
Again, the reason, well, solar, because again, I just heard like, you know, whispers or people being like, oh, I'm killing it with solar.
Yeah.
So again, this is why it's really important to have a network of you know, successful people, and also listen to your affiliate managers too. Like they know, they want you to make money. So actually one affiliate manager was the one that was kind of like guiding me, like, hey, push this, and I tested it. That's how I got here, you know. So I tested solar and I tested the flashlight. But the biggest thing that how I knew that the flashlight, how I just started to get more into flashlight and put solar on the, you know, on the side, was because of the click-through rate. And keep in mind this. This is a really bad ad. This is really low.
It looks good. It looks like a good ad, but I guess the data says different.
Yeah, but you know, like you never assume anything. That's one of the you know, like if you learn anything, like the data will freaking surprise you. A lot of times you'll be like, this is not gonna work. And I was talking to my friend who has a company that, you know, like they bill like $200,000 a day. And he was telling me how so like how
Guys, by the way, these just kind of a side note. These are the sorts of people that Carlos is very successful, but these are the sorts of people that Carlos is hanging out with. Is, you know, people who run businesses that are doing $200,000 per day. You know, these are, you know, and so I want to kind of really stress, you know, the important, you know, he's also talking about hanging out with affiliates that are doing $10,000 or more per day on, you know, a particular vertical, like, you know, you said the flashlights, and, you know, having a network, you know, surrounding yourself with good influences of people who are where you want to be and who are actually making money doing the thing that you want to do is very important. Actually, the first law of success, the first rule of success is actually
I'm sorry, I'm not going to talk about a rant, but this is what we were talking about the other day. Is really following somebody who knows what they're doing. You know, there are lots of people out there. There are a lot of people out there who are like, whatever. It's like, you know, like your broke friend who has an idea for a business, and he says, "Oh, you could do this, and I could do this, and we could team up, and like, you know, both of our broke asses together will like make a big business." That's not how you make money. You make money by surrounding yourself with other influences and people that are tapped into what's actually working.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, like actually,
cool.
when every single time that I had a significant jump in income, it has been through the advice of somebody else. I used to like kind of be upset about it. It's like, am I like a dumbass? Like, can I not figure this out on my own? But it's just kind of like how it goes, you know. Like you wanna have like a big network, and you'll learn from them because there's people that are like 10 levels ahead, no matter where you are. So you can always do better, and that's the most direct path to that is through other people.
So let's go into let's move forward.
So this is one ad. Didn't really do much. I mean,
So what did you do when you first launched this and you said, okay, the landing page wasn't working as well as you'd like. Neither was this ad. What did you do? Where did you go from there? Oh, okay, so this is
So
show us.
So like for example, this is a way better ad. I'll walk you through first. Like, let me see. This is another test I did, and I was trying to, you know, like just because you don't like. I guess one of the things that I'm trying to like share here is that you don't want to just throw ads just because like. And this is like
explain that.
Yeah. So this is like a surefire way to fail. Is just to be like, oh yeah, let me test this and like write some headline that you like just randomly. It's like kind of shooting at something in the dark, you know, if you don't know.
So you're saying just randomly create ads.
Like
you want to have a method.
Yeah.
To how you create ads. Okay.
Yeah. So when if you just pull up a spreadsheet and you do like 10 headlines, that's at least you're doing some tests. But what you really want to do is you want to study a little bit of what motivates people, you know. So you want to find the core principles that move people to action, and
like the Life Force 8, or
yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm, you know, like the Life Force 8.
We're referencing a book called Cashvertising,
which is
by
a
Drew
book
Eric Whitman.
like everybody should really read. It's an incredible book. It'll teach you like the basics, and just reading it will make you.
So you're figuring out what you're writing headlines, and you're seeing what different headlines motivate different.
Yeah. So for example, here it was like this is one of the bad examples. So this wasn't really thought of, and then I started to go into more like, all right, let's try to evoke curiosity. You know, so. Guess what happens next? You know, now we have this, and it's like, you know, let me see the click-through rate for this. Yeah, it's still pretty bad.
A little better.
It's
better.
Yeah, but it's still pretty bad. And you know, like, so you go, all right, people, and plus people weren't buying from this ad. So you know, like, it's not just the click-through rate, but you know, like, it wasn't really evoking.
Because people are just clicking to see what will
yeah,
win.
like, hey, what happens next? Yeah, let me click it, you know. Yeah. But and again, I just do these campaigns now, like on the side. So at this point, I really wasn't very focused on it. But then I was like, okay, all right, let me stop wasting money here and let's get focused. And let me start doing better ads that are actually hitting some sort of emotional like. Trigger, you know, and
so show us the stuff. So let's get to the stuff that is working.
So this is super simple. This is a really
warning. You can do that symbol in Facebook.
Yeah.
How'd you get that warning symbol in Facebook?
So you go to emojipedia.org and
Can
you
you show us that?
and just go to
Open up
emojipedia.org and you'll just search whatever, like stuff.
No way.
Yeah.
And this will show up in Facebook.
It will. It will. And
Really?
Yeah, and it's really good for ads.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, that's not. I bet that kills
Yeah.
it on click. I bet that got a much better click-through rate.
Yeah, so this is when, I was like, all right, let me spend some more time here. Like,
Oh
this is
shit! That's
10%.
4 times.
Yeah, 10%, almost 11% click-through rate. And
That's 4 times that the best ad before that.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
10% is a great.
And
freaking
with
ad.
a lot more volume too.
What sort of audience size were you on?
This was the UK, so it's like the entire UK.
What?
Yeah.
Like men, women? Was
No,
there
men.
age?
Men. I mean, it's men.
Like up 40
let's
plus
see,
or something?
Let's see. 45. This is
Men 45 plus.
45 to 54 and 55 to 64.
Wow.
But if you notice, like the results, the
The
cost
older.
per result was like, this was kind of like the sweet spot.
The older guys were killing it.
Yeah, so we tested all of this, obviously. This
awesome.
is just one ad here, but but yeah, once we figure out, all right, this is the sweet spot, that's all we were hitting, because you can make so much, but there's so many people in this age range, so
Yeah, hell yeah.
so your profit's going to be a lot better once you figure that out.
And what was the difference of this ad?
So this is what I wanted to get into, and it's I think that in this case it was testing video. Like this is why I wanted to have this here, because this was the first version of the landing page, and I'll go into more detail on the copy here, but just general strokes.
Every American should have this flashlight bright enough to blind.
Yeah,
you.
this was okay, and I copied it, and it was okay, and this is another test, and it was okay.
Wait, can I read that headline?
Yeah, but I just didn't. I want to go into the copy more in depth, because there's a lot of really subtle psychological principles there. But the difference, the main jump that we basically saw was when we started to do this. Like, we started to.
The world's brightest flashlight gets leaked to the public.
So this headline, this is the lander. This is literally the lander that was making,
Controversial military flashlight is now available.
And I was actually really stubborn because I refused to use this. I was like, this stupid military flashlight, I didn't want to use it.
Yeah.
And I kept testing all sorts of headlines, and nothing worked. And then I was like, fine, let me just test it. The stuff that, I'd seen a million times.
Why didn't you want to use the thing you saw worth using a million
Again,
times?
it's just like I don't know. I mean, it was like, I thought it was burned out, and I was like, let me be creative here. And sometimes that's really good. Sometimes that really pays off, and it's definitely paid off big time in the past for me. And that's probably why I left it last. But I was like, let me just throw in what other people are using.
So is the kind of the takeaway here, is it test, like assume nothing, test, and have a methodology to how you're testing.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just want to make that clear. So can you show us this video? I want to see.
So we started
and
editing.
did it
the videos.
autoplay?
And let me see. Yeah. I tested autoplay. Yeah, I think we ended up leaving it with autoplay with no sound.
Okay.
That was the best test. And keep in mind, we're doing so many tests. It's like to that level of detail. Where you're like sound, no sound.
Oh, it's
version
getting
one.
pain points too. Find intruders.
Yeah, so that's another, like, once we got really focused, me and my sister were doing this.
Your sister was somebody else?
Yeah, my sister's a really good copywriter.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so once we started to get focused, we started just, feel secure. We started hitting, people's fears, secure the inside of your home. And yeah, I mean, I guess this is a good time to go into it. But we started, the main thing we started doing, two things. We added the video, and then we started to really understand our customers, like where his mindset, where he's at, what are his fears, and what are their motivations. Once we started to understand that, we started playing around with those fears, and we saw a big jump in the ROI, and
that's huge. Though you're really hitting. Like I talk all the time about pain points because people aren't motivated by pleasure. I could tell somebody I'll make them $1 million and they won't give a shit. But if I tell somebody to not waste the rest of their life living a mediocre and unsatisfactory life in a cubicle, they'll fucking jump.
Yeah.
You know? And that, what you're doing right there, like, feel secure outdoors, that's scary. Find intruders. Intruders are fucking scary.
Yeah.
A bright light?
Emergency flat tires.
Dude, that's huge. It's like you're gonna die. Your chances of death go up basically if you don't have this flashlight, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So
that's huge.
So there's multiple things going on here, but so general strokes before we go into the copy here for the landing page. General strokes. We did that. We applied that video. We tested all sorts of video, but the best ones were the ones that were literally hitting that specific pain point of like security, your family, like being protected, being a protector, and basically, like just home security and yeah, protecting your family. And then the other thing for the ad. This is the other video, and what we started doing was we just made. Because
this is in Facebook. This is Facebook video.
This is Facebook video. So look at the difference between this, where you're like, we realized that a flashlight is not sexy, right? It's not. It's like, it's just it's this device, but nobody really cares.
Yeah.
So what we started doing was like, okay, what can this flashlight do? We started, when your product isn't sexy, then you start showing what it can do, like then...
If you can sell flashlights, man, you can sell anything. Dude.
Yeah. So we started showing, okay, this is the world's brightest flashlight. And we started showing like really cool footage.
Let the video play, I want to see this. I just can't believe you're selling flashlights. Are the most boring thing in the world. You're making it cool.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, look, it's being smashed by a plane.
And it's still blinking. It's still working.
Still working.
That's insane. You got ran over by a plane.
Yeah. So yeah, we just started showing how powerful the flashlight is,
That's pretty cool. I just can't get over that you're selling flashlights. It's such a boring thing that you're making cool.
Yeah, and the flashlight offer has this where it's like get 75% off, and it's I don't know, for some people maybe not, but for me it was really easy to be like, yeah, that's bullshit. But you really want to mention that, and we do mention that a lot, and it makes a big difference because it makes people feel like, okay, I'm getting a big discount here. Mm-hmm. And that concept is really powerful.
Hold on a second. Guys, so real quick, if you guys want, I'm giving away some free flashlight landing pages. If you share this, share the sign up link that you got for this webinar, share this on Facebook, and send me an email or post it in the chat after you share the webinar sign up on Facebook, and just let people know. I mean, if you guys are learning a lot, because first of all, this is amazing. This is amazing material, and this is awesome. Thank you so much, Carlos, for being on. Guys, share it right now on Facebook, and I will send you 2 free landing page templates for flashlight offers. Again, 2 free, this is crazy, 2 free landing page templates for the flashlight offers. share this on Facebook, and if you make, write some cool copy or do something real quick, and share it with your friends, share it with other people, because we're trying to help you guys out, and that would really help us out and show us that you guys really enjoy what we're giving you guys. So again, 2 free landing page templates. You send us the share link, you send us a screenshot of you sharing this on Facebook, or just send us the post link. But so I'll let you get back to things. Yeah. Sorry, this is amazing, by the way. This is awesome, and I love the video.
So I see that a lot of people have this question. And to answer the question, did you make that video yourself? Yeah. I mean, basically, I found pieces of it. I found pieces together. And if you have a Mac, you just kind of like piece it together in iMovie and put like. But there's no, you kind of have to put. That's where putting the extra mile like really pays off, because this video is completely unique. Like nobody has this, because I made it myself, and I actually went as far as to order the flashlights, and I did so many tests where I took the pictures myself. I actually shot footage myself, which is something that a lot of affiliates won't do. But you can, because people have seen the same ads over and over, and a lot of affiliates just kind of like, copy, paste, and test this ad, and that works sometimes. But once that's kind of where I suggest starting, where you copy someone else's work and then you kind of build from there. But once you figure out like some of the underlying principles of what they did, then you come up with your own material. So this is where stuff like making your own video, which is super simple. You just go. I just went to YouTube and searched for bright flashlight footage, and kind of pieced it together. And pieced it together with a bunch of stuff, and these headlines right here. Where is it? Like this kind of stuff. This I added, and that's it. Like you just have a really badass ad that nobody else has, because you pieced it together. So if you have a Mac, iMovie is definitely super easy to do. Or I don't know, for Windows, I'm sure there's other stuff. What else? Let me see. Can you?
So can you walk us through? Kind of? So this was the winning version of your ad right here.
So this is one. Yeah, this is pretty much one of the best.
So walk us through what was your methodology for testing? You said you had a methodology for testing. What was it, and how did you make sure you weren't just like any other affiliate where you're just throwing random crap against a wall and hoping for the best? How is this different? Kind of, can you explain how you so like that first one where you said, will the jet, where was it? It was right here or something. Will it run over? Like how did you take that and figure out, to try this other stuff, like the video stuff? Like what led you to this? Can you walk through that process? Because
it was actually,
you're really smart, but getting that, what was going through your mind?
This is where I would consistently be like kind of conflicted about this, because it's like, it's never really my idea. The video thing was not my idea. I just heard my friend, he started destroying it with the videos. I didn't know what video, but I was like, all right, videos. Let's test some videos, and that's why having a network of
video ads. But everybody, but I see everybody running image ads. Why do I want to run video ads? Right?
Yeah, it's like, okay,
it's so hard.
Exactly. So there's the extra step of having to do your own stuff. Like most people just want, give me the land, or give me everything. And that's fine to start, but to really go that extra step, is really like all about creating your own images and your own ads. I'm a big believer in that. If you can, that's why I personally ordered the product. And was
you
like,
did?
I did. I have a bunch of flashlights because
Really?
I kept buying them from different offers. It pretty much pays itself, really, because like the payout is like.
Well, what you're making?
No. It literally pays itself because it's like the offer pays $50 or something like that, and then you buy it for like 52. So so if you just buy one, so I just bought a few to test. I did
your own affiliate links.
Yeah, like to test for my ads, yeah, of course through my own affiliate links. But like to test like underwater, like I shot some stuff underwater, and somebody was asking for those pictures, but they didn't work. So the best stuff was like some really good footage that I found here. But it's still.
So you found footage. Where would you find the footage to piece together to
It's
create
all
your own
YouTube.
videos?
It's all YouTube.
You just
yeah.
downloaded some random YouTube stuff.
Yeah, like I mean,
What do you
luckily,
use an extension, or do you use do you use a certain site?
I mean, you go to KeepVid. It's KeepVid.
KeepVid.
Yeah.
Here, I'll post it up in the chat.
Okay. And can you walk us through your testing methodology though? That's the most important thing for me.
So I mean, I try to write down. This is one thing I really try to do. Is like I try to write down exactly the variables that I'm testing. So I will be as specific as possible in writing and test. Start my test in the morning, where I'll be like, all right, these are the variables I'm testing. This is one ad, and this is the landing page, and I changed the second paragraph using this principle, and my budget is $50, and just be as detailed as possible, because when you're optimizing, sometimes you have to go back. You'll do tests, and you'll kind of like make it worse. So it's easy to to get lost into what was actually working. So I try to write everything down, and that's and again, my methodology is pretty simple. It's just spend like $50 to $100 on an ad, testing it. If it doesn't work, just fine, move on. But don't make. And I used to do this where. This is why writing it is so much. It's so good. Is because it's like avoid the trap of thinking like you made some changes. Like if you just go to your lander. If yesterday you spent $50 and you made $0, and you go to your lander and you just change the color, or you just change one image, and you expect. And you all of a sudden expect to be profitable, that's not going to work. You have to make big changes. When stuff isn't working at all, you have to make big changes, and that means getting creative on the page. You have to change headline. And notice that I didn't really change the template, because this template I knew worked, and the advertorial template also works really well. So you don't have to change templates. You can, but the main thing is the copy and the principles. How does what you're writing make people feel? That is super, super important, and that is everything. You wanna make them feel like I need this in my life. You have to first create a sense of tension in them, and to do that, you have to make them realize that there's something that they're missing out on, and that's not easy. You have to really get in their heads, and sometimes it means going into their family, for example. It's like having a powerful flashlight may save you or your loved one's life one day when you least expect it. Just buy it, forget it, and hope you never need it. Like that kind of copy. It's like when I was writing this, a part of me is like, okay, this is kind of obvious that I'm just trying to convince you to buy this, but it works, because I'm hitting an emotional pain point. So actually, a good metaphor from cash advertising was when I was. They mentioned something about like when you walk. I don't know if you guys ever had the experience of walking into a car dealership, and the guy just seems like he's talking to you, right? You're like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm just thinking, and like you're in your mind, you're just talking to this guy, and he's just being friendly. But in his mind, this is no normal conversation. He is like focused on closing you. So he's like analyzing you, like seeing, all right, which are your pain points? What exactly are you looking for in a car? And like he's trying to close you with, within the context of a normal conversation. And again, it sort of applies here where you're trying to close somebody in the context of like, hey, I'm going to tell you a story about this flashlight. Let me just tell you this really cool thing. Let me just share this amazing flashlight that I found. And yeah, it's really useful it may save your life one day, and it's an essential tool for any survivalist. And it happens to be indestructible, and it's also it's also used by police officers. So when you do that, you're like kind of setting these frames in a very subtle way. So that's kind of how you go about copywriting in my experience. And while we're here, so something that I did was I saw the data, right? I think if you look at this version, I have a video, and again, these are videos that were available on YouTube. And I just kind of ripped this and put it on my page, but it's long, and I looked at the data. Like I looked at how many views it had, and most people weren't even watching it. I had like thousands of views to the page, and this had like 50 plays. So people were not watching it, and the same for this. It's like I try to use like the self-defense angle, and it's just like how to use it in self-defense.
Interesting. You can use the flashlight to actually defend yourself.
Yeah.
Like blinding people or hitting people.
Like he explains it here, it's like blinding and then moving, or kicking them.
So do you always write all the copy on your landing pages yourself, or Anastasia wants to know? By the way, again, I announced this at the beginning, but any single ladies out there, Carlos is recently single, so add him on Facebook. I'm actually going to put his Facebook. If you're a guy, don't troll too hard, but if you're a girl, I'm going to post Carlos's Facebook in the chat. If you're ever out in LA or Vegas, he likes going to fancy clubs, buying tables, and if you're a fan of tables at the club and bottles. Carlos will take you out. So, going back into the optimization into this, how I started using these videos, and what I realized that once I realized that people were not watching them, I started auto-playing the first one, and then I started to turn them into GIFs. And I love GIFs. Now I love it because you just get to, it's better than an image, and it's easier. Like people are gonna watch it. They don't have to do anything unlike a video, So I started just grabbing the highlight of this video and I turn it into a GIF, where like here it is. And then I put like the ultra bright like footage, and I turn it into a GIF. And now you don't have to do anything. You just scroll here and you see, boom, benefit, illustrated benefit, boom, illustrated benefit. And now this is the kind of stuff that once you put it all together, it starts to really make a significant difference. Let's hit Carlos' Facebook. So let's see. What
may answer some questions.
So here, let me give you some questions. So what? So where? Were you cloaking? Somebody wants to know, were you cloaking?
No. I don't really. In my opinion, it's like too short term. Where you're cloaking, it's like you're bound to get banned. So you're gonna have to start all over again. So I try to stick to white hat stuff. And like I've had the benefit of this is what I'm trying to share here, but I've had the benefit of seeing a lot of sales come in from a physical product, an expensive physical product, where people are buying something for $70, $300, like direct marketing. They first saw you and they're willing to shell out a couple $100. So it's not about. So for me, it's like worth it to have something white hat, because I know people will buy it. You just have to work harder. But the advantages are better, because you'll end up having a campaign that you don't have to worry about on dealing with the networks, and you don't have to be deceptive about it.
So another person asks, were you just using demographics, or were you using interests or category targeting as well? And why?
So for this, no, I started using. So for this, I started using interests. That's how I started, purely on interests.
What interests?
Can
you show us some of them?
Let's see. Yeah, actually, a pretty obvious one. I just remembered. I tested emergency kits. I tested like home safety and whatnot. Oh shit.
What ended up working for you the best, though?
And the one freaking interest that I built this whole thing from one interest, and it was just flashlights.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like just literally.
And was that what worked when you were making $1,200 profit a day?
Well, what happens is on Facebook, once you have 100 sales, or you can do it depending on where you place the pixel. You can do it on sales, right? So once you hit 100 sales, then you can create a custom, you create a custom audience. I mean, I'm not going to go into that, but you can look it up. It's custom audiences. So the way it works is Facebook records your entire, all the leads. They will record who bought it, right? So it gets stored. So this is how you end up with all the data, right? But what happens is that once you hit 100 conversions, you can now create a lookalike audience. So Facebook will analyze your 100 customers and will find all the similarities, and create an audience, and that's where you start getting profitable, because now it's like, all right, I don't need to guess, and I there's a lot of stuff I may not know about my potential customers, but Facebook will analyze all that for you, and that's a big thing in all the networks now. Google is adding that, and all the networks are adding this, where you can create custom audiences, but you need a certain amount of purchases. So the way to do it was first you start with interests, and then once you build up some sales, you create your lookalike audience, and then you hit it.
Another person asks, what landing page software were you using, or what software did you use to create your landing page?
No, I don't. Not a big fan of software. I just did it.
Do you use Dreamweaver or any?
No, I mean I use Atom for.
What?
Atom.
What is Atom?
Atom is just HTML editor.
Okay, Atom.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm highlighting it here on my screen.
Okay. So I'm just posting that in for everybody. Another person asks.
Have you considered just going broad with zero interest? Yes, I tested it. It didn't work. It has to be. It has to be some seriously amazing, like weight loss. Maybe you can do that, but most niches you're not going to be able to do that.
So Tan Win asks, do you need a full website in order for Facebook to approve this ad and lander?
I mean, I do it. I always do it, just because I don't want to deal with it. It's not worth it to me. Like what I'll do, this is my overall website strategy, is like I'll come up with a general name that I can promote multiple things. So for example, Great Shopping Club, that's like the name of the website. And then that, I can sell a lot of things through this thing. So it's worth it to me to set up the homepage, put some articles, and yeah, I wrote a few articles. I stole a couple, but it looks really good. Again, I don't use this that much, but if you go to it's greatshopping.club, and you can see that this is it looks totally legit. Like this website looks totally legit. And yeah, that's what I did. I don't know. I think you don't have to go this crazy. You can just kind of like have an article like this, or I don't know. You can have a very simple article, but I would definitely suggest having something on your homepage. And once just so you look legit, and then go to town on the landing pages. They don't have to be linked or anything from here.
Okay, the next question is, where was it that you turned the videos into GIFs? Paul asks.
That's a good question.
And do the GIFs autoplay?
Yeah, GIFs always autoplay.
Okay.
So, Google is always your best friend, so you go video to GIF. And then the first link. And then that's it. It is this easygif.com. By the way, I've always had a thing where Google is really what you're gonna ask most people, you can just search it on Google and you'll find it. But yeah, it's basically easygif.com, and it's amazing. You can do so many things with this thing. You can slow it down. You can do all sorts of stuff. It's really, really cool website, so I highly recommend it. This is the one I use.
So some people are asking what affiliate networks can they join to find flashlight offers. We actually have some flashlight offers on our network. So I'm actually going to post a link to my network in there. Yeah, I mean, so if you guys want to advertise flashlight offers, I'll post a link to the payout is, I think it's $40 or something. The payouts on these are high.
Yeah.
People are willing to pay a lot of money for flashlights.
Yeah.
And here I'm gonna put that in the chat for the audience. Join Nutris to promote flashlight offers. Oopsies. Oh, let me get oopsies. What other questions? Are there any other questions in here?
Somebody's like, why don't you use WordPress to create landers? I personally hate WordPress, but I know people that use it. But I don't know, it depends on your level of, if you don't know how to code at all, WordPress is really good. If you kind of know your way around, some basic HTML, which I think, if you're gonna do affiliate marketing, you'll eventually have to learn. So you can go to Codecademy and just take a couple of, they're amazing. Codecademy is like an amazing place to get some basic knowledge that will literally open up the whole world of like, you just need to learn a little bit, and then the rest, because you're going to be constantly working with landing pages, the rest will eventually start to make sense. But like Codecademy is free, and it'll give you like the foundation to understand HTML and CSS. So I super recommend it. It gives you that extra edge when you can, like do those little things that other people can't.
So what was the funnel for the flashlight offer? What was the back end?
The back end, it's pretty simple. Like I'm actually gonna give. Let me see. I should give Jason Active a shout out here.
Dude, Product Squad?
Yeah.
Dude, he wants advertisers. Okay, do whatever you want, man.
Oh shit. Well, it's a good threat. That's why I think it's. So, shit. Yeah. Well,
but throw some of that stuff in there.
Send you, oh shit! What happened? So there's what he did there. Why can't I? Fuck. Okay, this thing won't let me. You won't let me. All right, never mind. So basically, I mean, really, it's not your job to worry about the funnel. Just make sure you test a couple of different flashlight offers, but they go straight to a video. So let me see what happens.
So go on.
Here, I'll walk you through it. I should do it. So there we go. Sends you to a video. Super simple. They kind of need, like, this whole thing doesn't make sense without the lander. So you just go here, they play their video, and you click here, and that's it. That's the order form. Super simple. So you have to do the work of selling it. They just, they complete your order pretty much. Can you direct link these offers? Yeah, but it's not going to work. You're not. Like I said, it's an incomplete. It's not. This is not a. This is very basic sales page here. So I don't know. I tested it. Again, you wanna test everything. Assume you know nothing. So I did test it, but it did not do well.
Other questions are, do you recommend Bootstrap as you're using it too, since it makes things easier?
I love Bootstrap. Yeah, I love Bootstrap.
And what is Bootstrap for people who aren't aware?
Is basically for people that know, like HTML and CSS. Like it basically is like a language of design. And it sounds kind of really complicated, but I literally gave my sister Codecademy, and I was like, "Look, take these courses." And then there's one for Bootstrap, and she got it. She designed a page, and she'd never designed anything, and she never knew HTML at all. And I gave her a couple of courses. From Crestani, and she figured it out. Just for those people that think it's too hard. But yeah, Bootstrap is basically a language, a set of rules that you can apply to design a page, and it's based on columns. So I won't go into it, but yeah, I use Bootstrap. I love Bootstrap, and it makes your life a lot easier. It makes everything, like all my design is responsive, and Bootstrap is, like you definitely want to make sure that your landing pages look good on mobile. That sometimes I make changes, and without realizing that it didn't look well on mobile, and that was killing my conversions because I get a lot of sales, and you will too. You will get a lot of sales from mobile.
So I would like to. So I just want to summarize everything you went over, if that's all right. If that. By the way, guys, how awesome was this? How awesome was this seeing a real live campaign, walking through how the actual ads that people are using, and he's, unlike lots of these other, like quote unquote gurus. I don't know. Do any of you guys follow other internet marketing teachers? Their entire business is just selling other people, basically, and they don't actually have a business of their own. How do you guys like seeing actual affiliate campaigns, the ads, the landing pages, the optimization, the data front to back? I mean, just click the hand button, or just type in awesome, or click and I love it if this is helpful. And make sure, if you guys are enjoying this, subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my Facebook. My Facebook page. We're going to be doing a lot more stuff. My YouTube channel is going to be blowing up. We're doing a lot of I'm doing a lot of live streaming. So I'm really trying to help you guys, because honestly, I own an affiliate network, and we're growing really fast because people like you are taking action and making money. We're paying out $25,000 to $50,000 per day right now. We're trying to let's make marketing great again. I used the Trump line, sorry. Basically, we love it. So I hope you guys enjoy this. So to summarize it, basically, surround yourself, the way you found this offer, the way you decided to start testing Splashlight niche in general, was you surrounded yourself with the right people. You surrounded yourself with not people who talk a lot, but you surrounded yourself with people who are actually making money right now in affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
And you
and just a little point there, sometimes somebody watching this may not have access to the network that I built up over years. But what I did I always had an eye for this, was finding people, if you can't find somebody that's crushing it at the beginning, you may find somebody that's actually doing a lot of tests. Even if they're not successful, that person that's making doing all the tests, and it's single-minded about succeeding. Even if they're not there yet, that's the person that you should associate yourself with too, because they're gonna get there, and you can get there too. So that's what I did with a lot of the people that now are super successful and teach me stuff, and we kind of teach each other. It's at one point we weren't successful, but we had that drive, and that's what that's why we were friends. So now it's we all keep growing together. And if you don't have a network, you just find people that are, there's tons of forums that you can join where you can find people that are just putting in the work, because that's it. If you find somebody that's committed, they'll get there. And reach out. It's that book says, you want to have 33% of the people that you associate yourself with are mentors. 33% are your peers that are, they're at the same level you are, and then you want to have 33% that you're helping out.
Employees.
Yeah,
or
students,
yeah,
or
okay.
Somebody that that's just starting out at a lower level, that you help him out. That'll make you better, Cool. And it's a flow of energy, and this is why I do this. It's just to keep the flow moving. People may add me, or they may see me, and then we'll be friends, and then.
And you're single. You have more free time now.
Yeah.
We were out drinking last night. His girlfriend of 2 years recently moved out. So I'm trying to help him get back in the game.
Yeah.
Even though I have a wife, so I don't know. I like having fun. So So to summarize, so surround yourself with those people so you have those influences, because that's how you're able to kind of stay on target of what's working now. Okay. The next step is I would say assume nothing. That's pretty crazy. You not only you doubted that even flashlight, your friend is doing $10,000 plus a day in profit on flashlights in the U.S., but you didn't even assume. Not only did you not assume that flashlights in the U.S. wasn't working, you assumed that flashlights might not even work, and you tried solar too, right?
Yeah.
So
like you want to have a positive expectation, but
yeah, I think that's a good.
You definitely want to be like, I'll make this work, just don't know how.
That's a great attitude, by the way. Positive expectation, getting rid of lots of unsuccessful people. This is a side note. Have a lot of self-doubt and double talk in their head where they're continually doubting themselves. Don't do that. Have positive anticipation.
Yeah, like it will work, and you may not be able to see it yet, but you have to trust the process that eventually things will start to make sense.
And you don't assume anything. So you tested all of this stuff, and can you bring up the desktop versus mobile and also the countries you were advertising in at the end? On Facebook, I'd love to see the actual places you were. Can you bring up like a country report or the? Can you bring up mobile versus desktop? Some people are asking, by the way, about mobile versus desktop. So you basically did assume
here, like,
this is
the desktop does better, but it has less volume.
So this is this one ad.
Yeah,
this is this one ad. Where did you get most of your conversions from? Because you weren't tracking it through Facebook, right? You're just.
I was using. Well, I mean, some of it, yeah, but I actually.
You're not a tracking fiend like me.
No, I'm not.
You're not a tracking fiend like me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I actually, yeah.
I need perfect tracking to run a campaign.
Really?
Oh, dude, I don't. If I can't figure out where a particular click. Every single conversion for me is attributed.
No, I do that too, but I guess I do it in my own way, where I use a lot of sub IDs. That's what I do as a backup. So so it's passing all the sub IDs.
Where are your sub IDs? Can you show us?
I don't know if I can see because I have. So I can see like. I can see all the parameters.
Oh, dude, you're so fucking old school, man.
I mean, I do.
So
you're actually like a fail-safe.
You're actually optimizing it in the affiliate network, basically.
Kind of, yeah. With Facebook.
That's awesome. So you have positive anticipation, but you still don't assume anything, and you test everything.
I test the shit out of everything, and I hate losing money. I literally will, feel like throwing up if I'm losing money. So I'll be like, this is completely unacceptable. I'm not gonna waste $100. So it'll be like, if I am spending $100, I better be getting something out of it, so that tomorrow it's gonna be it's gonna be closer. And I'm not afraid to pause and completely redo everything, and not just let it run. Because a lot of times you're like, yeah, I'm running a campaign, but you're not really testing anything new. So,
So then the next step, I would say, is after you've basically gotten rid of all of your assumptions, and I think that's a key point, by the way. I kind of want to stress that, because I think a lot of people, what they look for, like this webinar. Obviously, we're giving you great, and can you bring up the countries too, just to show people kind of what countries?
I can tell you, it's just UK, Australia, Canada.
Oh, so it's all non-US.
Yeah, US
English
is number
tier
one. Yeah.
Okay. So I call that non-US English tier 1. English speaking is, obviously non-US, which means not US, English speaking, and then tier 1 countries, which is like Canada, UK.
Yeah, and again, I always try to really drill my affiliate manager, just to what he knows. They'll sometimes like tell you stuff, you know. So the guy gave me a spreadsheet of all the countries that were working, you know. So it was like how many. It was a very good spreadsheet. It was like by ROI or earnings per click based on countries. So I just tested like pretty much most of the ones that he gave me. And so that's why Thailand is there, and that's why like
Crazy.
yeah. So there was different countries, but I only did it because I was only going to test English speaking ones. But then he told me it was already profitable, so he gave me this.
How long did it take you to go from breaking even, from launching the campaign to profitability?
It took a while. It took like two and a half weeks probably.
Okay, 2.5 weeks. So some of these people have never had a profitable campaign.
Yeah, and like you know, like if you really stick to it, it's like the philosophy of. I saw this in your Facebook page. Like I was like, this is really good. It's like the philosophy of always be launching. You know, like consistently be launching, and you'll get there. You really will get there. It's just you just have to be really patient. So I mean, sometimes you'll launch a campaign, and if you spend like $500, not in the same day, but if you do like 10 days where you spend $50 and nothing, and you change all sorts of stuff, and you have no particular attachment, and you didn't get any sale, you may that's why you want to test different products, you know. So you launch 3 general tests for really obvious targeting. Like for example, for this, I was like, let me target flashlights. If I was doing solar, I would target solar panels and like see which one performs better at that very, very basic level. And then once you...
How much were you losing every day while you were testing for those 2.5 weeks? How much did you lose total before you got it profitable?
Probably, I would say... Well, actually, I wasn't losing a lot of money. I was mostly breaking even the whole time.
So how much would you say?
So, I mean, during the time before I got it profitable, I probably lost like around $800. I spent more, but, you know, probably the days where I didn't, you know, like broke even and just straight up lost money, it would probably add up to like about $800.
Okay, then you started making all that money back pretty fast.
Oh yeah, that's the thing about campaigns. You know, like me and my friend, we were running campaigns. This is a really, really cool story. Like we were in a freaking room, just locked in, like testing. And this is, you know, a mentor of mine. So he was like, "Hey man, we'll figure it out." And I was like, just always had this blind faith that it would work. And it took us freaking 5 months. It took us 5 months of just testing and testing and testing and testing all sorts of stuff. And at the end of the day, what we tested for like 4.5 months didn't work. And then we tested something new, and after 5 months, we started making like 80 grand, you know, like a month. So it was kind of like a really big breakthrough point for me. But it was also that patience, persistence, and just kind of being like having a positive expectation and trusting the process. You know, it's like having the attitude that I don't know yet how, but I will figure this out. I just have to keep at it. This works for somebody else. This has worked for other people, so it will work for me. I need to, you know, and like study copywriting. This is huge. This is in this particular case, when we were kind of loopy and not really getting into the customers' heads. The point was when we started to really get into like their mindset. That's when things took off. So study like advertising, read advertising. It's a really, really good book and a great starting point.
Okay, so I just kind of want to continue to summarize. So again, it was surround yourself with the right people, it was don't assume anything, but have positive expectation of your advertising working out. Once you've decided on that niche, optimize. Once you start launch, have a methodology for testing. I guess was the really big takeaway for me on this is always having. When you were testing ads, you had a way that you created new ads around it. Somehow you came to the idea of, hey, people don't want to just see a flashlight. A flashlight is boring, but how it is used can be exciting. Like that video there.
Yeah.
Can you show us some of the solar ads you tested at first? And you said that was a flop?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Oh, no worries. So then optimize. Once you have that methodology down, optimize, and I'm trying to think what else. And then
so somebody's asking this, and I've seen it a couple times already. People asking about their Facebook bans. Actually, go to Product Squad. Like really, just read some stuff there. There's Product Squad, the forum. I just didn't want to like log in and all that stuff, but like. There's a there's a really good thread there about how to get your accounts back, and basically
talk about Jason Akatif, and he's an awesome guy too. So.
Yeah, Jason Akatif is the bomb. He's like that old wise uncle that you go to for help every now and then, and he's always there to help you. But like he always is sharing really good stuff. So he started this forum. It's actually not for affiliates. It's for product owners. But it's people that are kind of have evolved after being really successful affiliates, and now they're trying to launch their own products.
I'm actually going to take it down because he doesn't want too many people on it. But yeah, keep talking about it.
So it's basically what he says. There's a thread there. And it's just about how to get your Facebook account back. And there's a few ways. Actually, let's go with the best option, best case scenario where you don't.
Well, first, don't do fucking read the fucking terms and conditions and don't cloak in the first place.
Yeah, don't cloak.
Don't try to go over
Facebook.
Yeah,
Facebook is really valuable. So. Don't ruin it. It's not worth it. You can make money with legitimate products without having to cloak and all that shit. So that's my, I know that there's like people that make, $20,000-$30,000 a day cloaking Facebook. But that's like I can't give you advice on like how to farm Facebook accounts and all that shit. That I don't do that. Like what I do suggest. If in case you're not certain, you can now Facebook has a chat feature. You don't actually have to use the chat feature, but you contact. This is what Product Squad that forum suggests. It's like you contact the network. You contact Facebook and you tell them like, look, I am going to run with these ads in this landing page. Is that okay? And they'll be like, yeah, that's fine. So then when they ban you, if they ban you, then you'll be like, look, I asked for permission. And that's apparently how a lot of people have gotten their accounts unbanned. That's, best case scenario. Second best case scenario is when you got banned and you basically just contact them and beg that you're not gonna do anything shady. If you were doing something shady, then you beg that and you show them your new product and you tell them that you want to launch your own business and that you need Facebook to run and that your business partner, there's several ways to go about it, but like your business partner set up those campaigns. Give them any excuse you fucking can think of, but beg for it and be super nice. And there are apparently a lot of times where people have gotten their accounts back that way. Another one is like to set up your like admin account. So you act as a corporation, as you have as an agency. So you have multiple accounts, and you're like, look, this is an account. Like you put some legit stuff, and then maybe you throw in some, and you separate all your stuff by accounts. So you're like, hey, I'm an agency, and this is a service I provide for other customers. And in case one of them gets banned, you have the other one. So in case people didn't know, you can get two ad accounts per Facebook account. You can create, all you do is like you set up the ads manager, and then like you set it up as a business, and they'll give you two accounts, and even more if you tell them that you're an agency.
Cool.
I hope that helps. The other one is if you really want to get your account back. There's instances of people just messaging them over and over and over. They'll be like, nope, sorry, your account is not coming back. They'll be like, wait a couple weeks, send another message, wait a couple weeks, another message, and be super persistent, and eventually they'll give it back. That's what I've heard. But, again, Facebook, you don't want to fuck with Facebook.
Don't fuck with Facebook.
Just try to run legit,
There are a lot of people out there that try to teach tricks or try to teach short-term techniques to making money online. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with kind of work from home opportunities, or people saying, oh, you can make cash really easily and simply without learning any skills, without any knowledge of anything. But most of the times, if it doesn't involve you really learning any skills, if it's too much of a push-button thing, it's not real. It's not, if it didn't involve any skills, I would simply hire a bunch of employees to just do it. And I would just hire hundreds upon hundreds of employees and just have them do the thing that made a lot of money. So if people are telling you it doesn't take any skills or creativity, then it's not a real thing. It's ultimately, don't, and lots of people, that's why they get their Facebook accounts banned, because they try to do like weird tricks, or they're overly salesy, or they try to get people to click on their ads without adding any value. I agree with that.
Yeah, and I actually got an account.
This is good. These are great ads, and these are interesting, and these are helpful, and I like that you use kind of shout out like what Ronnie does, the club, greatshopping.club. Did you get that from Ronnie?
No.
Oh, okay.
I know
he
you
uses
did
that club all the time.
Yeah, it's great. Actually, looking at this ad, what I'm remembering, like one of the biggest things I added was that it was controversial. I don't know, for some reason, it's like controversial flashlight. It's like it's too bright. And for some reason, that worked. That's one of the things that I'm like, I have no idea why people are like, oh, controversy. So let's go, just throw it in there. Maybe somebody will apply it in some other campaign. And again, I'm not, you can feel free to copy whatever you want from this, but really, it's like flashlights, you have to move on to the next thing. When I went in, and this was kind of late, there's now other, it's kind of like been burned. I think it needs to rest for a couple of months before it comes back again. But you're welcome to, obviously whatever I'm showing here. So this guy's saying he got his account back after 2 months of sending messages. Yeah, that's how it works. I got an account banned too for the stupidest reason. Like, it said some security thing. It wasn't even like, oh, you were doing anything wrong. It was like a security issue. So I had to contact back and forth, and it took a couple weeks. But Facebook's been really good. Like, they actually will work with you and will get your account and show if you talk to them the right way, I guess.
So can you mute yourself for a second? And I'm gonna unmute some of you people while we are still live. So just mute yourself, Carlos. Roll over here. And some people still have some questions. So PR, you need to have, you're muted on your side. You got to unmute yourself on your side. if you want to ask a question. So PR, you have a chance to ask a question, and but you're muted on your own side. So you're not going to get an ask a question if you... Okay.
No.
Yeah, he's done. Let's see what else. Oh shit. Okay, guys, can you hear me now? Okay, so sound is on. There we go. Oh, because I was muted. So PR, you gotta put your sound on so that we can ask you a question. I can't hear you right now. Hello? Okay. He doesn't have audio. So, David Rosher, we're gonna throw you on next. David Rocher, or however you pronounce your name. David, how's it going?
Yes.
How's it going? So you had some. Where first of all, where are you calling from, and what's your experience in affiliate marketing?
I am currently in Hilo, Hawaii.
Hilo, ooh.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, so,
Jealous.
next to all the volcanoes and stuff.
What's your experience in affiliate marketing, and what's your question? And make it a question. Make it not a story. No offense. We have a lot of people on this call.
You're good. So I'm very driven to just learn more from you. You guys are the experts, and I don't have the skills to do like complete package myself.
Sorry. What's your question? Oh, sorry. What's your experience in affiliate marketing? Sorry, there are literally hundreds of people on this call. What's your experience in affiliate marketing? New, intermediate, advanced, and what's your question?
I'm new, and I'm wondering how I can get involved with you and what you're doing without paying $5,000.
What?
Well, but that's.
What's your question
why don't
about
you ask
the webinar?
question so everybody else can benefit?
Yeah, you have to ask a question. You had some questions about Carlos and what he's doing.
Yeah. Actually, why don't you come back to me?
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Yusuf, dude. Yo, shout out Yusuf. You're muted on your side, so make sure you turn up the audio on your side.
Yo, hello?
Yo, dude, what's going on?
What's up? What's going on?
Dude, can I shout out your YouTube channel? What is it?
It's youtube.com/whyoulives. That should be it.
Why You Lives. Dude, so first of all, how's it going? Kind of tell us where you're calling from. I don't know where you are nowadays. And what's your experience and what's your question? Yeah.
Yeah, man. First off, I want to say I really appreciate you guys putting out this info, man.
Thanks, man.
Carlos,
Yeah.
what else, man? How you doing, bro?
Good.
Yeah.
I see you're pimping on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, dude, you do tight shit, dude. You got some hot girls on that stuff. We love it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I'll make this quick for you guys. Basically,
Sure.
I've been doing affiliate. I've been kind of half-assing it, but I'm getting a lot more serious. I've been doing it for about 3 or 4 months now.
Okay.
I just got raped running a Thailand mobile sweeps offer.
Oh, shit.
But it's all good because I'm going to test another offer tonight.
Cool.
My first question for this offer is, Carlos, do you have more success testing this as a website conversion ad or as the PPE, page post engagement?
No, I don't do post engagements because it's basically, you're optimizing for the wrong thing. Like people can like your shit all they want, but it's not going to get you anywhere unless they're buying. So the only real way to do it, in my opinion, is just through conversions. Like I don't know. I've never heard of anybody doing it through optimizing through like the engagement.
Okay, sweet.
The only way that people use that is when they're trying to build an ad. There's like this other strategy that people use, but it's more like when you have your own business, I guess, where you like optimize for engagement and you run it in like some really cheap countries, and you basically just try to get thousands of likes to your ad, and once it looks so it's so socially proof, and then you throw it up into the US. But I've never actually done that. I just saw a program that did it, and that it worked really well for him. But that's a strategy. But to actually get sales, I don't think so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man, that's pretty much all I wanted to ask. And yeah, John, expect me. I'll probably be heading to LA sometime this summer for sure.
Dude, come and hang out. You know I love your stuff, and let's kick it and do. We're doing some pretty crazy shit out here in LA. So yeah, dude, I definitely love you to swing by the office.
Yeah, man.
I'll bring my camera gear too, man. If you want
Yeah,
to do anything for you.
dude, let's do that affiliate marketing music video for sure. That's gonna be rad.
100%, man. 100%.
Hi, man. Have a good one. See you soon.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring up Aman. Aman, make sure your audio's working. Aman Kaushal. So there are a couple of Amans on this webinar. Aman, can you hear us? Aman?
No audio, Amon.
Aman? Gonna give 5, 3, 2, 1. No. Okay, Jeff or Geoff. I'm gonna bring you on. Guys, make sure your audio is working on these webinars because I'm gonna unmute people. Damn, there are multiple. Everybody of every name. Geoff. Yeah, we can hear him.
We can hear you breathe. Don't be shy.
Geoff.
No?
He's there. So if you guys have a question, first of all, type I have a question and also raise your hand in the GoToWebinar. Raise your hand or type I have a question and I'm going to unmute you. But make sure your audio is working. Geoff, maybe you went to the bathroom. Ooh, no question for you. Guys, raise your hand or type I have a question if you guys have a question. Okay, let me scroll through here. Let's see this. Johan and J Bobs. So I'm gonna Johan Wajaja. Johan?
Hi.
Hey Johan, how's it going?
Yeah, fine here.
So can you let us know, first of all, where are you calling from? What's your experience as an affiliate? And what's your question?
I'm calling from Singapore, actually.
Cool. And what is your experience as an affiliate?
At the moment, I'm still doing mobile. I haven't touched Nutra. Yeah, but...
Are you intermediate?
Touch Nutra.
Would you consider yourself intermediate?
Are you full-time?
Yes, full time.
Okay, cool.
Oh, cool. So what's your question?
Like, when you first start at the beginning stage, do you set it auto bit or you just press a bit, second bit?
Yeah, I mean, it's...
How many ad sets do you test at the beginning? How many ads do you test at the beginning?
I thought he said about auto bit.
Oh yeah, auto bit. Okay, go
Yeah,
on
so yeah, I definitely just let me think. At the beginning, yeah, I always set it for conversions, and yeah, like I always set it through conversions, and if anything, I optimize for a page view. But yeah, as far as the bid, I try to, my whole strategy on Facebook is just to try to get the highest CTR possible, and that way you pay the cheapest per click. That's about it. Like, you want to have the ad. That's why there's like all these like symbols and stuff, you know, because I want people to click on the ad. That'll bring down, like for me, 7% or 8% CTR is pretty good. So that's kind of where you want to be at. Although this ad in particular has like 11%, so that's like, it's kind of a home run, you know. So yeah, that's the gist of it. I don't really worry about. I worry about cost per click, but I let the system decide.
Also, how many ads or ad sets do you test at the beginning?
Well, what I found is if you do
a lot of I keep my campaigns really simple. This is why it's kind of easy to optimize, and I don't need like a lot of tracking stuff because they're so simple. Hey.
Oh, you can come in.
So what I do is I'll test 3 ads at the same time. But what happens if you test multiple ads is, like Facebook will only display the one ad. Like the one ad against the higher CTR will take like 90% of your traffic.
That's my wife. She's shy.
So back to the auto bid. So you said auto bid at first, right?
Yeah, always. I never switch it off.
Oh, okay.
I do optimize for conversions. So that sets the bid automatic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, Johan. Hope that helped. Okay, and then we are going on to who is the next person? Tan. Okay, Tan, you are about to be unmuted. Boom.
What's up, Tan?
Tan, can you hear us?
Can't hear you, Tan.
Well, let's field this question anyways. So Tan said, are you engaging Facebook fan pages? Are building engaging Facebook fan pages important for running CPA offers? And is it better to do higher payouts versus lower payouts?
Am I? Wait, no. Building? No, I don't think it has any connection whatsoever. Building an engaging Facebook fan page, like it's completely a different beast. I mean, yeah, you'll have people like will go through it, and you want to have like a couple posts there that probably just to keep promoting your product, maybe like to a different landing page or straight to the offer or something like that. Because people will click, you'll start to get like likes trickling in, but that's not the goal. So most people are just going to do exactly what you tell them to. They're just going to go to the landing page, and it's kind of 2 separate things. And then is it better to do higher payouts versus lower payouts? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I think
Maybe means like I know a number of number of my students have started out in mobile stuff. So I think he's saying, is it better to do like we're doing CPA offers, like $40, $30 payouts. He's saying, is it better to do high payout offers or low payout offers? I think
I don't know. Like it really depends on the offer. It's
more
like
volume and
yeah, it's just. I mean, whatever is the most profitable. Like you just want to focus on that ROI, and again, assume nothing. So test it. If you have 2 different things, test one against the other, and that'll be your answer. Because it's such a general question.
Yeah, I would agree. So, Sean, I am going to unmute you. Hopefully that. He was saying yeah. Tan. So I'll address it real quick. You're talking about like $35 payout offers versus like $2 like app install offers. It honestly doesn't matter. There are like Tim Tetra on Stack That Money Forum. Has a screenshot of him doing 6 figures in a day. 6-figure days in mobile. But he's getting, he got 100,000 conversions on a $1 payout offer. You just, app installs and stuff are much easier to get conversions on, but you have to get much more of them to make more money. It's just, it's the same stuff. You just need more conversions.
Yeah, it works for some people. You kind of have to figure out what works for you for your own settings, because you're not going to even if I told you my campaign, you would go and do it in your own way, and it may work differently for you. So yeah, you have to test, but yeah, I don't think it matters, to be honest.
All these offer categories work, I think so.
Yeah.
Sean, I'm going to unmute you. The unmute button is coming for you. Sean, how's it going? Can you hear us?
Hey, Sean.
Hey, so what's where are you coming from? Where are you calling from? What's your experience? And what's your question? Oh, sorry. You have to get closer to your mic. Your sound kind of dropped.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
There
Now
we
we
go.
can.
All right, yeah, I'm from Alabama. I actually met you, John, at the 3C conference in Vegas back in January.
Oh, cool. That's
I've been,
awesome.
I'm a full-time marketer. I've been doing strictly mobile,
Okay.
and I was just wondering, once you are successful on Facebook, do you scale out to like native ads or anything like that?
Yeah. What I found though was that in this case, like some of the stuff was not, like because some of the things that gave me the edge were tools that you can use on Facebook, like videos, and so you have to kind of like transition and do a completely new strategy. Sometimes, it's like we threw this stuff up and it wasn't really working that well. So yeah, and like I said, I'm only doing this like not really spending a lot of time on it. If I was like, just 100% dedicated to the campaigns, I would 100% do it. Like, you have to do it. There's so much money there. So yeah, you definitely should. Once you have it, it's like, you do it. If I'm doing something on native and it's working, it would be really dumb of me not to throw it on Facebook if it's, assuming it's a white hat campaign.
And vice versa. If it's running good on Facebook, you throw it on native.
Yeah, like, so your starting point is going to be where you've seen success in the other platform. A lot of times it's not going to work because maybe the targeting is different there. You don't have your custom audience, or unless you collected emails. But yeah, so the answer is yeah. But you're going to have to re-optimize everything for that platform most of the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically always be testing.
Yeah, always be testing, but definitely throw it up. Yeah, even if you're breaking even, throw it up in something. Like maybe you can get cheaper traffic somewhere else.
All right, appreciate it. Great info.
Yeah, and I'll chime in quick on that. Yeah, I'm more of a one. I stick to very few verticals. I'm basically just skincare and weight loss, and so I personally don't launch that much outside of those verticals. So really how I scale is by ad networks. I go after really big verticals, but I scale horizontally. So I just, other people, yeah, you can scale by creating even your own products once you're a big affiliate, but I scale by going to ad networks. So I do the same thing. I started with Google actually, and then I went to Facebook, and then I went to other native ad networks in my verticals. So.
Yeah, so for example, for Facebook, there's no... Yeah, like you have such a big roof. If your stuff is like white hat, you have such a big roof. I know so many people that spend like $20,000 to $30,000 a day or more. So just keep that in mind. Like these platforms have, like you think you're like capping out, but you're really not unless you're hitting some ridiculous numbers. Most of the platforms, the traffic platforms, have a shitload of volume. So unless you're hitting like $100,000 days, you can still keep growing in any one platform. So keep that in mind, so you don't go like nuts on like 20 different platforms, but rather like spend time on one or two, or one or two, and then like get them really nicely set up, and then keep expanding.
Cool. I'm actually going to field another question from Tan. And just Tan's a student of mine. So, what's your testing methodology on spending cost, and do you have a team? I know you don't have a team.
It's me and my sister.
Oh yeah, you have your sister.
She is my team.
Oh, that's
basically.
so cute.
I know, she's a beast.
And how do you? She does like some images and copywriting, right?
Yeah, so she's a really good copywriter, and then I basically direct her from from my experience, and she executes. So it's like I did some consulting for a pretty big company, and like I was doing like their marketing, and one of the how we work there was like just have one person that executes all your ideas basically once you can afford to do that, you have one person that's executing all your ideas, and you're reviewing all the data, and they do like the actual optimizing of the campaign, but you're supervising it, so that way you can have more stuff going on.
Cool. And also, Tan, you said, what are some advice you can give? And like, let's hear it from you. Like, what are some advice you can give on approaching successful affiliates, just for kind of knowledge transfer, knowledge sharing type of stuff?
Well, never come off from a place of like neediness, I guess. Like, just try to, when you have nothing to offer, just try to offer like a smile, like be really like friendly, like be offer whatever advice you have, like whatever you're learning, like, hey, look, this is something this is where I'm at, let me tell you what I'm doing. But don't ask for stuff. Eventually, once you become friends with these people, they'll kind of like, you'll hear one thing and you'll be like, oh, like this is what I need to be doing, But it'll come. So the best thing you can do is just be really cool with them and realize that they paid their dues. So just like be respectful and appreciative of whatever info they may or may not give you, but just be friends with them, and eventually you'll get there. And like, I think Skype is an amazing tool just to keep in touch with affiliates, because they're always on their computer. So I try to add everybody. This is how a lot of really powerful tips have been given to me through Skype. So I try to add anybody that is a good affiliate on Skype.
Yeah, and I would
and I stay in touch, like, hey, yo, what's up? I'm doing this. How's it going? Like, just show them you're on the grind, and then they'll share stuff, But like, a lot of times you have to start by sharing your own stuff for them to be comfortable sharing theirs.
And I would all of what you just said, be appreciative, don't come off as needy, and as weird as this sounds, don't ask for anything in the beginning. If I have a mentor right now, and I don't ask for anything from him. I just do whatever I can to try to help him out, and it really comes from, I don't know if any of you believe in Buddhism, but basically it comes from just lack of ego. The more you can get rid of your own ego, it's the better. Basically, you want to help out those who are better than you, and it's what's great about it. No matter what you're doing, whether if you're working in a corporate environment or if you're an entrepreneur, you've always got to, quote unquote, pay your dues. But the difference is in an entrepreneurial environment, you choose who you pay your dues to. You choose who your mentors are, as opposed to having a boss, which is.
I guess I'll tell you actual cases of how I've trained people. Like some people approached me, and I was willing to help them out, and they were getting a smaller cut of what I was doing. But like, their attitude was always like, dude, you paid your dues. Let me, I'll do whatever it takes, and that's kind of how I would want. Like, if I had to do it all over again, I would find somebody and be like, hey, please teach me, and I will do whatever you want me to do. Like, I will grind. Just tell me where to grind, and you can keep most of the money. Like, it's like, you can keep most of the money. I just want the lessons, and like, that's kind of what your attitude should be at the beginning. And you'll, weirdly enough, we'll get ahead 10 times faster than most people by just the osmosis. You'll jump 20 levels.
They can't see you over there. Hold on 1 second. Sarah, you can work this. Sorry, my wife is coming in and doesn't want everybody to see her. Go, Sarah.
Sorry, my wife is helping me out with some stuff, and she doesn't want everybody to see her. So, okay, I'm going to unmute. Thank you, Tan, for the questions. I'm going to unmute Ooh, humility. Yes, humility is a great thing. Tom Stone. Guys, you guys are awesome, by the way. Tom, can you hear us? Hey, how's it going? Oh my God, I have my fucking call.
Okay. I don't
So you're where you're calling from? What's your experience and what's your question?
Yeah, I'm in Oregon, and I've been doing this for a heck of a lot of years, just trying to get back into
Really?
Facebook.
Cool.
Nice.
But my problem is usually I set up a shitload of $5 spends in ad sets, and every time I try, and it's doing really good, but every time I try to bump it up, it all goes to shit.
Like from $5 to $20?
Yeah, and then up to 30.
Well, yeah, then you have an issue. Yeah, that'll happen when you basically it means it's not good enough. You can't just assume that $5 is gonna, just because you made one sale or something worth $5.
Well,
then
no. Okay, this is the way that I do it. I'll do one campaign with I'll duplicate, let's say, 50 times the one ad, 50 ad sets.
with 50 what?
I'll do 50 ad sets
Uh-huh.
in one campaign.
Uh-huh.
All right, and a lot of the ad sets will do really well, and I'll remove the bad ad sets and try to bump up the price of the good
And what
ad
are you
sets.
testing? You're testing just the targeting at that point?
Correct.
Okay.
And every time I try to bump that up, it just goes, like, my ROI goes from 300% down to break even.
Well, I mean, it seems to me that you may have a bigger issue here where it's like you're not really understanding why. I mean, are you looking into why each ad is working? And again, I said this before. It was like avoiding the, like, because I do this. I still do this every now and then, where you're like, let me write 50 headlines, and I don't even think any of them through, and I don't really understand why they work, but let me just throw them up, and randomly they'll get sales. And so that's how you start. But then once you to really optimize from, you're basically in step, step 0.1. You haven't even gotten to the real first step, where it's like, okay, now you look. That's what I would call a very general test. And now I look into the psychology of what you did worked, and now a bit, but you still have to keep changing. You can't just say oh, this lander got a sale, so good lander. You have to tweak. If you notice the variations that I sent was very small variations in the copy, but it's completely different paragraphs, or I'm hitting a different emotional pain point, or I'm trying to highlight another benefit, and it's really subtle, but that's the work you have to do. So you have a template that works now once you're in that stage, but now you have to do more tests. You have to test your lander.
I don't know, but how can I explain? I don't know if I really explained it properly. Okay, so we have the campaign, and then we have the ad set underneath it. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll create one ad set, and then what I'll do is I'll duplicate that one ad set 50 times, like I said before.
Yeah, and different target.
I'm not doing that.
What?
I'm not changing anything whatsoever.
I know. So you're testing the targeting, right?
I'm testing everything. Targeting, yes, in a sense.
So what's different between the 50?
There's no changes at all between the 50. They're all exactly the same ad, same targeting, same everything.
Oh, no, that's, so you're just, that makes zero sense. You're basically just using statistics. Some out of 100 people, one will buy or two, and then you're just basically spreading that statistic through the different ad groups. So there's no especially if there's no difference. So you're basically just statistically distributing the sales, and some are randomly not going to get as many sales.
Exactly.
So you're not really optimizing at all. You're just literally fooling yourself into, sorry to be so harsh, but you're kind of fooling yourself into like thinking you're optimizing.
Okay.
So you actually have to change things in each to figure out what's working and what's not. It doesn't.
Well, I've already gone through that point of changing, and I know which everything that's working for me already, and it is.
But
you know what I'm saying? Like I'll be doing 300%, right?
But it's not working. It's not working at any more than $5 spent.
Right, but as soon as I change from $5, okay, let's say for instance, if it's working great at $5, and I bring it up to 20 or 50.
So let me answer this. Dude, here. Let me answer this for a second. Every ad network is different. Every ad network is freaking wonky and has its own really weird nuances. Like weird ass nuances. Facebook, one of the things that currently happens in their algorithm, this is just currently happens in their algorithm, is when you bump up ad spend, what happens is typically go through like a 1 to 3 day resetting period where it just fucks with the quality of traffic you get for whatever weird reason. And you have to go through that reset period for it to work, for you to get the same sort of conversion rates again. I don't know why, but this is something that I've heard from a lot of people, because obviously I'm in touch with a lot of people, and it's the nature of the beast. Facebook's weird, and this may change next week, when they update their algorithm to not do that. So
okay.
So
that's exactly what's happening. Is every time I bump up, it just everything.
You need to give it 2 to 3 days, honestly, and it sounds weird and it sounds ridiculous and it sounds arbitrary, but and that's because it is.
Yeah.
Also for tracking pixels, should I use page view or per conversion?
For conversion, if you're already getting sales, page views will give you like a very flimsy. It's better than nothing, but once you're actually getting sales, you definitely want to do sales because there's a lot of people that just click, and Facebook will optimize for those people.
Yeah, I'm at I think about 1,500 sales so far on the same pixel. So.
Yeah, I mean, but you set what you want, what action you want. So yeah, do conversions if you're getting sales, 100%.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, appreciate it.
Cool. Yeah, thank you.
Sorry about the confusion, but it's what it is.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, no worries. Thanks for tuning in, and yeah. Okay, so cool. Lots of cool questions. I like that. Matt Stein. Oh wait, are we gonna do Matt Stein? We'll answer this question. Do you wait for statistical decisions when making decisions for you? I'm going to answer this real quick.
Significance?
He doesn't know what statistical significance is.
I know what it is.
Okay, well, answer the question.
I was just talking about it.
Okay.
But, yeah, I mean, to a point, so, I mean, how do you even decide what's statistical significance? What's that point? I just look at basically, if I'm spending a couple $100 and getting nothing, that's good enough, but, it depends too. If I spend $5 a click, then that's not good. So I need to work on the ad and get a lower click-through rate. But yeah, you basically just look at how many people are looking at your landing page, and one should buy every 100. And then if you do more than 200 and you get no sales, that's like enough statistical significance for me.
Cool. What I would say is I think statistical significance. Some people take this out of context. So I've known affiliates that said they wait for statistical significance on every single placement or every single ad, and I think that's a really, really, really dangerous fallacy. what you've got to understand is that, let's say you had 3 ads that were similar to the one like where the plane runs over the flashlight. So let's say I had 3 ads. One ad said, or let's say I had 9 ads total, but 3 of them said, who's going to win? Is this plane going to crush the flashlight, or will the flashlight live? The next ad is like, will this truck crush the flashlight? And then the next ad is, will this boat destroy the flashlight? And one of those typically what's going to happen is one of those ads is going to get more traction than the others. Just ad networks are weird. Again, we don't fully understand all their algorithms, but one of those ads is going to get traction, and if it doesn't work, if that angle, because all those 3 ads are in that same angle, if that one ad doesn't work, I'm going to pause both of the other 2 ads that I was advertising on. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Because that angle doesn't work. Even though they're 3 different ads, I'm not going to wait for those ads to get money spent on them. I'm just going to cut them out. Same thing with, like, let's say categories. Like, let's say I'm advertising on, I don't know, people, let's say I have like 2 different ad sets, and one is targeted towards people interested in flashlights, 45 plus, and let's say another ad set is people interested in emergency equipment, 45 plus. And I notice on one of the ad sets, people between the ages of 45 to 54 are not working. Mm-hmm. I'm going to cut that out on both ad groups. I'm not going to wait for every single thing to be statistically significant on every single ad group. It doesn't make sense. You're going to lose a lot of money. And then, things like my wife won't be able to go on Etsy, or we won't be able to afford a house because I'm just spending lots of money on random placements. I'm trying to make her laugh.
The short answer is don't do it. Don't wait. That's like a really good excuse to blow through a lot of money. And I've seen people spend $10,000 waiting for statistical significance, and it's like the dumbest thing. When something is working, usually you can get, when something's on fire, you'll spend $10 and you'll get a sale. Like you'll get $10 CPAs or less. So that's my metric. It's like, this is not fire. I'm looking for a fire, so I need to make bigger changes.
And by the way, Tom, a couple other people are speaking in here, and they're like, yup, totally seeing the same thing in terms of the recalibration of like bad traffic when you up the budget. It's freaking weird. None of us understand it. And these things change weekly. But this recalibration thing has been around for a little bit. Do you wait for... Okay, we already answered Tan's question. We're going to go to Warren Plotkin. All right. Sorry, I don't know if they want me to use their last name, but it happened. Deal with it. Warren, so let's unmute you. Warren, can you hear us? Warren? Warren. Your audio is not working. Okay, so... Oh, Warren.
There we go.
Oh, he's scrambling.
Sorry, I had my headset on. How's it going, guys?
Oh, good. So tell us, where are you calling from, and what is your experience in affiliate marketing? Yeah.
I'm calling from South Africa.
Oh,
nice.
Cool. That's awesome.
South Africa, yeah. And I've been dabbling in affiliate marketing for quite a while. I'm thinking of getting into my own products now, neutral products and skincare products and stuff like that.
Okay.
Cool.
So what's your question?
Yeah, Carlos, do you mainly start off a campaign targeting just a simple interest, like you'll just take that one flashlight interest and that's your kicking off point?
I mean, if I really have... Yeah, sorry, continue.
You don't go too deeply into like targeting pages and stuff like that. You just take that one little interest and take it from there.
In this case, that's what worked, but I didn't talk a lot about what didn't work, which was a very, I did like general, when you have no idea, right? In this case, I had no idea what was going to work. So I did like very big category groups. That's usually how I start. So I'll be like, all right, outdoor stuff. So I'll be like fishing, hunting, you know, like bow and arrow. And then I'll be like people that are more paranoid. So I'll be like people that own guns, people that like the NRA, or like, you know, then I'll go after like the survivalist crowd, which is like emergency kits, like a bunker, and I'll group those interests. And then once whichever one performs the best, I'll go into that and I'll start like going deeper. So I'll set up another test, which is like an ad group for each of these ad groups that for each of this interest that I just tested, and I go deeper. And like the next level, I go like age, and that's basically how it progresses, you know. But yeah, at the beginning, I'll do multiple grouped in multiple interests, grouped in one ad group. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. Are you still actually running this campaign? Is it still profitable?
No, this campaign, I mean, in my opinion, flashlights kind of have been burned to the ground. I'm sure people are still running them. I'm not. Like I said, I don't really. I used to do full-time, affiliate marketing. Now I still run campaigns, but it's not like the same. It's not for affiliate.
Yeah, he has his. So Carlos mainly runs his own business. I know you don't really want to talk about that on this.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, it's basically a business based on the skills of an affiliate. You know?
So
which is what you're trying to do, right?
It's awesome though that you can just pick up and like make campaigns profitable though. Yeah. So, that's one of the reasons why he's been able to be so open though, is because this isn't even his main thing. Like he just does it every once in a while just to like test his skills out. So he's been doing this for how long? Like 13 years or something?
Yeah, like a long.
Yeah, this guy's a vet. This guy's a serious vet. Thanks, Warren. Hope that helped answer your question.
Yeah, that was cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go. Andrea Del. She says, Carlos, can I have a date? She says, Carlos, do you want to go on a date? Oh, wait. Oh, that wasn't her question. Andrea, prepare for the unmute. Wait, it's not unmuting.
Oh, she does not want to go on the date.
Attendee is muted by. Andrea, okay, we're having trouble unmuting you.
What was her question?
Her question was,
where is she? She's not there.
No, dude, there are so many questions. Gerald Mugo. We're going to Gerald Mugo. Dude, there's so many. You're like getting a million questions. Gerald, you have to unmute yourself. You're muted on your side.
How's it going?
He's muted. We're gonna go down to Reggie. Gerald, I'll give you 3, 2, 1. Nope, he doesn't work. Dude, so many people have screwed up mics.
Yeah.
Let's go to Reggie. Reggie Hobbs. Cool name. Reggie, how's it going, man?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good, guys. How's it going?
Super awesome. We're just hanging out here. I'm hanging with my dog. Also my wife.
Literally the dog.
Yeah, the dog's here. My wife's also sitting in the corner. She doesn't want to be seen on camera. But I love her.
If I can even just get a smattering of your success, your guys' success and stuff, I'll be happy.
Oh, you will. So where are you calling from? What's your experience in affiliate marketing, and what was the best takeaway you've had from this webinar so far?
I've been doing this off and on with not a whole lot of success. I'm glad I ran into you, and I've learned a great deal. Well, the takeaway is the testing part. Initially, what's your approach? Is it multiple ads with one landing page, or one one ad, image, and multiple landing pages? What's your initial approach usually?
Yeah, good question. Usually I'll do about 3 to 5 ads. You know, although if you, like 3 to 5 ads, and the main metric I'm using is CTR on Facebook. CTR, like the click-through rate, because that's gonna lower the clicks, the cost per click. So that's all I'm measuring. You know, it also measures like how engaged people are with the content. So I'll try to come up with like completely different images, just to, you know, like the less you know, the more broad you have to go. So you'll test like categories of images. You know, like you'll do like, here's a curiosity image, like, you know, something that evokes curiosity. Here's an image of the product, or, you know, here's an image of somebody actually using a product. So I'll do these big tests. And then once I figure out, okay, this is working, then I zone into the category. And then as far as landing pages, I usually want to do like 2 different different, maybe an advertorial, and the other one, the layout that I showed you guys, or something like that. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to copy it, but it's like, it's not really about
you're like, are crazy, but they're just gonna. The first thing they did was
it's like, let me do flashlights with this landing page. So that's kind of people are, but like, it's more important. It's more important that you understand like the principles behind it, you know, and yeah, like the copy. That's key, you know, like what you're saying, and what is the copy? You know, it's just like it's just a way to affect your visitor emotionally. So like that's all you need to be thinking about. How is your ad affecting your potential customer emotionally, and what emotional triggers do I need to be pushing? Once I figured those out, then you can tweak the campaign, and you know what you're doing. You're not just randomly throwing ads, you know. So that's the most important part. It's more important than like any sort of test 10 ads or test 10 landing pages. The most important thing is knowing what emotional triggers you need to push to get people to buy.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Really appreciate that. That's a good starting point for me, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
Cool. I'm going to take, where is it? Dude, I have so many fucking screens. This is crazy. Thanks, Reggie. I have too many screens. Denise. We need some feminine freaking energy in here. And we have some. Denise Perky.
Yeah, hi.
Hey.
Hello.
How's it going, Denise?
How's it going?
I'm from England.
Where are you calling from? What's your experience? What's your biggest takeaway from the webinar so far today?
Well, I'm from New Zealand.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
So I'm sort of a newbie medium in affiliate marketing, but I also do other things like Shopify and stuff like that.
Oh, nice, cool. Nice.
Yeah, so what's interesting to me is about the Facebook ad, because you use that in Shopify and other things that you use as well. What my question is what seems to be converting more for you? Is it video or image?
I think video can do extremely well once you figure it out, but you have to. I mean, I've done a lot of it. It really depends, but overall, I guess the simple answer would be video has more potential, but you have to treat it the same way, I guess, where you really have to test all sorts of different video ads, and it takes more work, But I've seen some video ads like do just insane things that probably you couldn't do with image ads. So if you have the software, which is pretty easy to get, and you have access to footage of the benefits of the product or of your product, then you definitely want to do video and test video, because that's huge nowadays.
Okay, so would you do the website conversion or video view?
No, always website conversion. Like to me, engagement is worth nothing. And then I even suspect that Facebook will show it to different people that just like to watch stuff. So it's no, I'm pretty sure it does actually. It's a different type of person that Facebook is targeting. So no, I always do conversion, like people that want to take action. You know how there's like on Facebook you have like people that are more likely to take action like on certain things. So it's like the difference. I think people like Facebook is more likely to show your ads to those people when you're targeting for conversion.
Cool. Awesome, thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Cool. I'm going to. Oh my gosh. So we have. Let me see what other questions we have. Brock Hamilton. That's pretty cool. That was already answered. Joseph Donnelly. Wait, I have to take Denise off. Joseph Donnelly. Dude. Eddie's. What's up, man?
What's up?
Dominican affiliates, man.
Oh man, that's Diego.
Oh, that's Diego. Where are you?
This dude
I'm
is
in
always
Texas.
confused.
Where?
Victoria.
Texas. Oh, okay. Dude,
He's always confusing
this guy's the man. Dude, you're the man, by the way. I know you don't have a question. I just want to say you're the man.
Cool, man. Thanks.
Man,
Thanks
take
for
her easy.
watching.
Devin Sanders. Devin. Is he here? Devin, your mic isn't working or something. So, this is dude. I feel like a radio show host. It's like affiliate radio chat hour. Let me try one more time with what's her face, Andrea. But this isn't working. Anastasia, how are you doing?
Hi there.
Hey.
How's it going?
So you're not to ask all the girls out, right?
I wanted to get some female energy in the room, so I figured I'd unmute you.
I'm actually calling from Moscow, and it's like 4:30 in the morning. So you can imagine how excited I am about this meeting.
Oh, that's
You
awesome.
guys really doing. Thank you so much, because it was really interesting, and also to listen to all these questions. And I asked some in the chat, and I think that there were many of those, so you may maybe.
Oh, sorry for skipping over
regarding
those.
This question, that's totally fine, because you're so popular, and I can totally understand that. Regarding this conversion optimization thing with Facebook, since when you are running your affiliate offers, you can't really control the payment page, right? To
No.
some sort of
No,
cost,
you can't.
So how do you track the conversions with?
Well, networks will place the
Affiliate networks.
Yeah, so
as
affiliate
opposed to ad networks.
Yeah, affiliate networks. So like a Nutrist will you will give them your Facebook pixel, and they'll place it for you. So they're already set up. They know that no affiliate can run without tracking. So you just talk to your affiliate manager, and then you give them the Facebook pixel or whatever, Google AdWords pixel, and they'll place it for you so you can see the conversions when it happens.
I'm actually using this old school method that was criticized a little bit, but still I'm using this funnel flush kind of tracking, and a little bit wonky, so sometimes it doesn't really work.
One thing I would suggest you do is I would suggest you send that conversion pixel and just Google, like Facebook conversion pixel or whatever. Use the conversion pixel and send it to your affiliate manager. Or if you're not using Facebook or AdWords, I would suggest you use a program like Volume. I'm a big believer in Volume. It's a click tracker. It's part of what I teach because it's, you know, serious affiliate. Well, what the fuck? You don't use vol. Oh, that was one of the questions. Is like, why don't you use a click tracker like volume? I use volume. I'm a data fiend.
I look at all the data, but just in a different. I don't know. I've never been like. I need to set up volume.
It's fine, but you know, I use volume. It's a click tracker, and you know, I use that, and it better tracks.
I actually was
conversions.
paying for it, and I wasn't using it. I was.
So
And
yeah.
in terms of, I also have another question about, I know that you don't actually do some email marketing as well, as far as I can tell, but does Carlos do this or he just promotes all this
If you have,
and just for the sales but not getting any leads? Or
I think it's really not. I mean, don't. This is a bad example for not, because you should capture emails if possible. I've seen cases where actually capturing email increases conversion right away, like because it makes it, if you do it under like, hey, you know, you only get access to this offer by entering your email, so you can make it seem like exclusive, and then that can increase your conversion. But yeah, like especially, it sounds like you want to do like your own business, or is that like, or is it like affiliate stuff?
I'm an affiliate, but I'm like, when I started, it was several months ago. And before I was doing some PR and online marketing for a huge corporation, so it wasn't really affiliate marketing. So I know a lot about online marketing, but it's used for my
I mean,
sort of
if
thing. And
I've
when I just started, I just, you know, I was struggled with the quality of the offers. I mean, it's like a little bit like a ripping off the people, especially all this, you know, some sort of apps which people even won't be using, or this, I don't know, sweepstakes. I don't know, it's not really, I mean, I want to promote some, like, when you do the copies that you showed, this is a really nice copies, and I'm actually doing something like that as well, and that's why I want to actually capture all the leads. And actually, I want to share the guys with you. Maybe you find it interesting. I was doing some testing recently, and I found out that for me, optimizing for website clicks or for lead conversions is not really working that well as when I'm optimizing for engagements. Because I found out if I optimize the post some sort of information for engagement, I actually get people driving to my website, and I get them converting to leads, which was like very interesting, that it actually cost me much less to get a lead from the post that was optimized for engagement that get leads from the post that was optimized for conversion. So that's very also might happen.
Yeah, that's why I always say, you know, you don't want to assume anything, because then something that I'm like, oh, that doesn't work, will completely work, you know. So yeah, that's interesting that engagement worked better for you. But yeah, I mean, so yeah. So yeah, as far as the email goes, I would say if you can't test capturing it, you know, like it may work. I'm all about when I'm running campaigns like this, I'm all about first day profits. Like I'm not like, oh, if I captured an email, I'm gonna make money like 2 weeks later. For these campaigns, I'm just like, if it's profitable now, like that's what I want to do, because that way I can ramp up more. But yeah, so if it works better with email, then for sure do it. I would actually always say test with email, which is something that I don't always follow myself, but I've seen some people make so much money off email lists that it's kind of dumb not to, and I am guilty of it here in this example.
Cool. Thank you so much, Anastasia. Hope that helped. And thank you for tuning in all the way from Moscow.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Cool. Dude, there's so many people. Guys, first of all, I just want to give like a big round of applause to you guys. Dude, you guys are epic. You guys are hungry. You guys are determined, and I love that. There are so many people still on this webinar. I am amazed, but I just want to thank you for kind of believing in what we're doing, for being dedicated towards yourselves, for like learning a lot of stuff. There was nothing like this when I got started in affiliate marketing. And I'm excited that I can be, there to kind of help you guys out. Obviously, Carlos is here too, just spitting fire. And I think you guys are awesome. There are so many people still on this webinar, and we've been going on 2.5 hours. So that's fantastic. Hats off to you guys. And if you guys really, really believe in what we're doing here, one of the biggest compliments for me would be if you guys, just follow me, or, tell your friends, tell other people, share stuff on my Facebook page, like, comment, and get interaction. We're trying, affiliate marketing is the future of all marketing. Affiliate marketing is, I call it open source marketing, because no matter what new lines of, the virtual reality, augmented reality, no matter what new ad networks come out, ways of interacting with people, affiliates fill in all of the gaps. Affiliates are here to stay. This is one of the biggest opportunities of the century. This is like just taking over marketing. And I'm happy you guys see it as well. I'm happy you guys are here listening to me. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my Facebook channel, add this guy on Facebook or whatever. But yeah, let's, really
add me on
More...
Facebook. It's on the email link, but I will say, because I've been getting a lot of requests, but just send me a message.
Sorry.
And specify, it's fine, but just specify, like, what could you possibly, like, why would we get along, or what are your interests, or tell me something that, I want. Like, if you like to go out, like, tell me. Like, if you live in LA, let me know. If you want to, like, learn, and you have, like, some sort of idea that you can execute and I can help you with, just tell me why we should be friends, because I'm getting a lot of them, and it doesn't make sense to just randomly accept you and then we're not going to talk ever again, So I'm willing to, like, be friends with you guys. Just just tell me why, what's why should we, how can we connect,
Okay, YK.
Yeah, put my Facebook.
Put your face here. Let me get the Carlos Cruz Facebook. Guys, I'm just finding his Facebook and copy selection. So add Carlos on Facebook and tell him why you guys should be friends. Here you guys go. And I think that's generally a good thing. I used to go through the internets and just add random people that I thought were making a lot of money in affiliate marketing, and it's actually a good way to surround yourself with
you can see their posts and stuff. But
for people who get hit up a lot, you got to go a step beyond that and say, like, obviously you guys can follow me. I have a fan page, but like for Carlos, go a step beyond. Tell him why. Offer to help him out. He just broke up with his girlfriend, so he has free time.
Just talk to me, and then we'll see.
I'm joking. So blah 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 blah. Yusuf, you are a dirty dog.
I'm from Los Angeles and have 1,000 friends there, Hollywood too. There we go. Now we're talking, David.
Okay, Mike Markier. I am going to unmute you. So I'm going to take two more questions. Two more questions, and then we're going to get off of this epic webinar. This has been really awesome. Wow, dude, we have so many questions. It's out of control. Mike Markier, let me find you. Prepare to be unmuted. Oh, dude, Brian Pfeiffer's on. Yo, Brian, what up? Dude, you're the man. Yo, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Dude, doing good. I was talking to Jordan the other day. He said you're just being a badass, which is cool to hear.
Well, we're working on it.
Yo, so my buddy just recently he loves Eastern European women, and he recently broke up with his girlfriend of 2 years who is Russian, and he's looking to go to Vegas and have some fun. Can you hook it up?
Yeah, for sure. This
Okay.
is really good.
That's right.
Yeah, so Brian is also connected insane in all the Vegas places. So yeah, dude, I'll put you guys in touch. I'll put you guys in touch. Hey man, take her easy. Have a good one.
All right, man. Yeah, same.
So let's who was I bringing up? Oh, Mike Markier. Where is it? LMNOP. Wait, no. HIJKLM. Dude, they're having a party outside.
Yeah.
Mike.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Yo.
So where are you calling from? What's your experience in affiliate marketing? Like, are you full-time or not? How many years? And what's your question?
Yes, in Montreal, and I have like 10 years plus experience in zero marketing.
Oh, in what?
Nothing. I'm totally new.
Oh, 10 years experience in no marketing.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So,
Cool.
great question, Carlos. Like, since I was thinking about the beginning Facebook ads, what about Bing ads? Does this work for you?
What?
Bing ads don't work, not at all.
Bing?
Bing ads are nothing. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, Bing ads actually are known for converting extremely well.
Yeah.
So it's like
all these ad networks.
It's like people. I mean, you gotta look into like who the audience is. There is like people that like don't use a computer very often. They don't even know how to change their browser. So they just kind of like go and they're like, oh yeah, so I was given Bing, so this is how I search and this is how I use the internet. So you show them like a really badass ad that like pushes them emotionally in some sort of way, and they're a lot more likely to buy because they're less like desensitized to it. So Bing, yeah,
But
Bing.
I guess the market is smaller then.
Yeah, it's definitely way smaller. But you know, it is what it is. So if you want to have profits, like that's a good network, you know.
Alright, so for me, a total beginner, that would be a good thing to do.
Yeah, test it out.
The thing I would say is all these ad networks work. Don't focus on what works better than another, because that's getting into the quick trick mentality. Ultimately, success is around success. You need to have positive anticipation for whatever you're doing. And you also, don't be looking for shiny objects and don't have self-doubts about stuff. Figure out a way to make it work.
Yeah, like basically pick a couple and then work on them until you literally exhausted. Like you literally feel like I have no more ideas to test. But most of the time, by that point, you will have either already have created a profitable campaign or you will have learned something really valuable,
You're talking about like video could be as good as an image in the ad.
I'm sorry?
You're talking about video creators software. You comment something like that?
Don't let that like stop. I mean, keep in mind, up until like probably less than a year ago, for 9 years I only used images. So don't let me tell you images don't work, because that's how they definitely work. I'm just saying that if you can't test video, test video.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Carlos.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, dude. Have a good one. Dude, I wish this guy stayed on. Ruben Perez. He just asked, what would you recommend to a newbie that's being told this is all fake? Isn't that a great question?
That is a great question. I mean, evaluate on your what is your instinct? What do you think this is fake? Because if you approach it with a like this is bullshit mindset, you're better off not trying it. Because you're just gonna fail. You're not. I mean, it's not easy. You know, it's like, yeah, like
People don't buy weight loss products online. That would be weird.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why people would believe that. I don't believe half the shit that I create. I'm like, I can't believe somebody would buy, but like, I'm not my target audience, you know. So yeah, but if you yourself don't believe that you can make money off of it, don't do it, because like, or work on your mindset, or go meet some people, you know, like first, because you're just gonna waste money if you don't have it. Like, you can do all the right things in the wrong mindset and you won't make money. It's super weird. Like, you have to get your mind believing that this is possible to even do it. And again, like, why I have no interest in, like.
Oh, Ruben's on. I want to bring him on.
He is on?
Yeah. I guess he cut out for a second. Oh, that's awesome. I think that I love that question, because I think it's like a lot of people can relate to that.
Yo,
Ruben.
You got your mic?
Ruben? Oh, he just unmuted himself. Ruben? Oh, he's whatever. Okay, well, yeah. I would totally agree. If you don't believe it can work out, don't do it.
Yeah.
You know, if you ultimately, I think the only things that are going to work out in business or in life are going to be things that actually, you have to believe it works out before anybody else does. First off, I know that sounds crazy and corny and weird and all secrety, but it's true. And part of the reason why I do interviews with other affiliates, part of the reason why I unmute people just at random and all of this stuff, is to really show people this is a real industry. This is a whole industry that people are doing and making money on, and there are hundreds of thousands of people doing this around the world. It's not.
There are people making so much money. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
It's insane. And like, if you guys notice, like, half of you guys are probably newbies, half of you guys are at some degree of affiliate marketers. So
yeah, I mean, like, but it's like, what's my motivation to show you something fake? I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just literally like sharing something, and I'm showing you the pages, and I'm showing you, like, it would make no sense. Why go through all this trouble for what? So yeah, I don't know. Whoever says this is fake is like probably not making money themselves on anything. It's just like the people that say stuff like that, it's like a special type of mindset, and you should evaluate who is saying that, and evaluate how successful they are. And if they're really successful, then I'll be like, fuck yeah, that's fake. Teach me what you do then. Like, just teach me what you do if that's better.
Yeah, find a badass.
But if their results are not like, they're not making a ton of money, then why would you listen to someone like that?
Yeah, if you're taking advice from somebody who works at Jamba Juice, who's telling you something's fake, I'm sorry, but stop taking advice. No offense to Jamba Juice. I love Jamba Juice. It's a local juice bar. But, don't take advice. Take advice. Again, the first rule of success is surround yourself with people who are successful and in the arena that you want to be in. If you're taking advice from some dude down the street who's not making any money, who's telling you all the whole money online thing is fake, don't fucking listen to him, because he's not going to help you. He's not successful himself.
What is Tantra? What is that?
I don't know. David says you should learn tantric sex.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
No, Tantra, like...
Okay. Michael Himes, you have to unmute yourself. I see you asked a question.
There we go.
He's active, but he's got to unmute himself. So you have a couple seconds.
You there?
5. You have to click that little audio button. Oh, there we go. Michael? Ooh, is he there? Michael? I don't think your audio is working. You have to click it again. And, okay. Sorry, man. Then John Walton, awesome. Dude, we'll talk about that. Dude, I love all the people. Dude, there's so many people on here. It's crazy. Mike Contreras. Okay, digital marketer. Ruben Perret. Dude, okay, we got some of these questions. Wei Mai Kui. Wei Kai Hui. Last question. Wei Kai Ho. Hey, where?
Hi.
Why?
I just want to know if when you do your lead capture for emailing purposes, you still use website conversion ads to get the leads.
And sorry. First off, where are you calling from, and what's your experience in affiliate marketing? Are you full time, and how long have you been full time for?
No, I'm from Sydney, Australia, and I am just starting in affiliate marketing and interested in CPA marketing.
Cool.
So my question is, when you're collecting emails on Facebook, do you still use website conversion ads?
Well, yeah. I mean, basically, you want to treat the email capture as unlocking the offer, but they should buy it right away. And even if they don't buy it right away, let's say they buy it a day later from your email, like the conversion will still be tracked, so it would not be any different. You would still use conversion tracking.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
Cool, guys. So first off, for anybody who didn't who missed the beginning, again, recordings are for students only. Recordings are for students only. But I really want to tip my hat to you guys. There's still a couple hundred people on the. Dude, we're getting like insane turnouts on this shit now. Dude, this shit is going. This shit, like, I don't know if my go-to webinar is going to be able to handle everybody at a certain point. But hats off to you guys. Thank you guys so much for. Let me mute you. Wait. For sticking in here. Share this next time. Believe it. Stay in tune with my email list. Recommend it to other people. Whatever. Add me on my YouTube channel, because I'm doing a lot of live streaming in these upcoming weeks. So subscribe to that YouTube channel, and we're going to be doing a lot of big things. But thank you again for being a part of things. If you, other than that, I think that's basically it. You guys have a good day.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
All right, bye.